Hello friends, members of Fierce Leader Facebook group. This is a little day like that. Alright, yeah, you're still here, babe. So, welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about drama. So if you think it's a cuddly doggy. What can I say? He loves cuddle. If you feel that the discussion around drama can help someone, can benefit someone that you know, invite them to watch the video, to join the group, to join the movement of fierce leaders, and to benefit from the wisdom that we share here. All right. So, what about drama? I've been contemplating drama for a little while. The older I get, the less patience I have for drama. Hold on just a minute, need to drop. All right. Drama it can be just very obvious drama, so gossip, or someone just handling situation in a very dramatic way, or someone being very exaggerating on different situations. So this may be more obvious. But what I came to realize is that we engage in drama in a very sneaky way when, for example, you respond to something on the internet. So the media, for example, share a lot of diverse topics where they know something is gonna sell because people are gonna react with fear and curiosity and, oh my god, what happened? I need to know. And so they click and they read the article and they know what happened. And so when you see the comments on those different posts and different articles, you see people engaging in drama. Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. This is horrible. Or when you see haters in the comments and people responding to the haters, or what I see a lot is also publicly showing the hater in stories on Instagram. Is when we do that, we engage in drama. And so what I feel is that at some point I just don't have the interest in engaging in that type of relationship anymore. When someone wants to discuss the last thing that happened, you can't believe this person did that. Or when there is a bad comment on the internet and someone is sharing in the stories the whole discussion, it's like, why is the intention doing that anyway? Why do you want to do that? And so what I came to realize is that if we take, for example, I think about this example because it happened actually a few days ago, where someone maybe shared something that was inappropriate, whatever, and the person receiving that comment took a screenshot and shared in the stories by saying, you're gonna be blocked, but showing to the whole community. And what is the intention behind that if not victimization, so you can watch the previous video? If not, look what happened to me. Now I'm not gonna let this unpunished, and so I'm going to cut that person off. And so that's where we usually put ourselves as a victim. If we engage in drama, very rarely we are engaging in a position other than the victim. I see a lot more often people engaging in drama as a victim than as a persecutor or a rescuer. So when we look at the triangle of the psychological concept of the Karpman triangle. The Karpman triangle explained that we have three positions: the victim, the persecutor, and the rescuer. And within that triangle, interactions can go all ways. So victimization between a victim and a persecutor, between a persecutor and a rescuer, and between a victim and a rescuer. And so within those interactions, it's drama. What that means that on the long term, the relationship is not sustainable. It's not healthy. And so sooner or later, it kind of cracks. Now, what also happens is that if you have two people who have a complementary behavior, entertain that dynamic. So we see, for example, in some family dynamics, victimization and persecution together, because they kind of entertain the dynamic. Sometimes in friendships, you see victimization and rescuer, because that entertains the need of one to have attention or to have compassion and to have support, and the need for the other to want to save the world, to save people, to save others. Some people, there is people pleaser, but there is also people savior. And so the drama triangle, more commonly named, entertains the psychological concept that within those dynamics, within those relationship dynamics, sooner or later we hit the wall, we get the cracks. It's drama. So when you observe around you, friends, family, I'm pretty sure that very often you can see drama being one of those behavior. And so I will let you observe. Personally, I've seen a lot more victimization than anything else. So what does that mean? That means that when we are aware how drama sneaks into our lives, we can raise our consciousness to refuse to enter the drama. And so that means, yes, but if I feel that comment on my Instagram account or my Facebook page was not appropriate and was not fair and was not nice and was painful, was not a nice thing to say, and then what does that mean? That I just have to let it go? Well, that means that when you refuse to enter the drama, you choose where you put your energy in. And so if you choose to keep your energy to create something more meaningful, then you're going to disregard what doesn't deserve for you to put energy in. If disregarding means you drop the comment, you just delete, up, over, I don't accept that here, that's my boundary. So if you write something that is unpleasant and harmful to other people, then you're out, then that's your boundary. Do you need to show the world that this happened? I don't think so. Choose you to do so? Would you choose to do so? You're feeding the drama. Drama is also, I gave the example of social media, but it's also, for example, if you're out there driving on a highway and you have someone honking behind you because, well, the guy's just maybe a jerk and and that things happen like that. You entertain drama if you respond to that. The problem is, when we entertain drama, it's like our energy is leaking, our vitality or energy throughout the day. Have you ever been at work, maybe in a conflict in a workplace or in a conflict in a family environment, and then you felt just exhausted? Well, drama requires so much of your attention, because then suddenly your body becomes in defensive mode and wants to be able to respond to anything that could be said or done. And so you're being watching everything, and by doing that your nervous system is just 100% all the time until you're relaxed, and then you're like, whoa, that was a lot. So the more attention you give to drama, the less energy you have to do what is really meaningful to you, what really makes you feel good. And so, for example, if you're evolving in a workplace where there's a lot of drama and you feel exhausted by the end of the day, where your priority is not to know, your priority is to know how you can gain your vitality back, your energy back. Now, chances are that you may not be able to change the environment where the drama is developing for a month, for years. So are you staying or are you leaving? You can stay by developing techniques for you to create your energy, to get your energy in a way that it's gonna be so potent and so present that other drama are not gonna impact you. But it takes a lot of growth, it takes a lot of power to do that, to create that bubble of energy around you that people can't shift. But if you can do that, chances are that you may need to leave an environment to be able to regenerate your energy before considering to go back into that environment. So my invitation in this video is, and your homework, so to say, is for you to recognize, where do you let drama sneak into your life? Where do you let drama impact your energy, impact your decisions? Where do you let drama take your energy? And if you come to realize that certain people tend to bring drama into your life, you can question, where are your boundaries? Are they firm? And you can also question, what are you tolerating? What behavior do you tolerate and wish not accept anymore? That's a lot of contemplation to have. I invite you, as usual, to always have a journal and something to write down. There is really something that everybody I know that do the journaling, the writing exercise, there is always something that unlocks a lot. And so I really invite you to be consistent with the writing. All right, I'll let you reflect on that, contemplate, think about it, write about it, and I'll talk to you soon.